What is happening, people? Hey guys, we at Kerr Lake today. I'm by myself down here doing a little pre-fishing. Dennis and I are going to do a video here soon, and so I'm looking around to find some brush tops or put some form of pattern on the fish. It is the mid-October. I have not been here since June. As always, we got to figure out what these fish are doing and what they want to bite. So hey guys, stay with us and I hope you enjoy the video.
That's a nice one. Yes, sir.
Boom! That's a nice one right there, y'all. Woo, doggy boy. Wildlife Adventures, that's how we roll. So hey guys, so right now I am just easing along in and out of these coves looking for some brush or something to fish around. Let me show you this I just came across. So you can see right here is a, not sure what that is, but I'm gonna fish it. I've got the screen set on. We're looking out about 110 feet. I see right here, see this little brush right here? Let's mark that. And matter of fact, the mark's pretty close. We're gonna mark it. And yeah, so you can see it right there. That's something on the bottom. Here is look like some trees laid down. Boom. So you can see it's very simple, very quick. I hadn't been looking very long and found this brush here. This is in the mouth of a little creek cove, actually, and I'm not 100% sure of where the crappie have moved to. On my home lake on HISEA, crappie are schooled up in huge schools, so I'm anticipating if I find fish, they're going to be schooled up with a lot of fish. So hey, let's go catch a fish. Okay. So I've been here about 10 or 15 minutes. I've casted 4 colors of lures. I've dropped in vertically. I've cast past these fish on this brush. There's a lot of crappie here. Not huge school, but quite a few. Had a few to bump the lure. They're lethargic. Fish just sometimes just aren't, you know, in a real eating mood. And so I'm gonna leave this brush pile. If you stay on them, if I had minnows, it may be different. I don't know, maybe, but I'm fishing jigs today. And I have found a lot of times when you're in that predicament, you leave this brush pile, and if we go a quarter of a mile down the lake, find another brush pile, those fish may bite good. Somebody, I expect this brush pile gets fished quite often. It's fairly close to the boat ramp, so for whatever reason, rhyme or reason, these fish are not cooperative. Move on. Find you some fish that are biting. Anyway, let's go catch a fish. Golly, y'all. Finally caught my first crappie. I've been fishing. There's several brush piles here. And I've been fishing. See what he hit? He hit that blue moon. Boom. That's that blue moon LC shad from Lake Country Baits. You know, about a 9-inch crappie there. Boom. 9 1/4 maybe. Legal here. Vertical fishing right over top of this brush. They are hitting these lures, but they're not eating them. They're bumping them. Boom. I expect I've had 20 bumps. You just can't hang them. They mouthing the lure. I got a dual rig on, 6-pound test line. I got that Blue Moon on the top, and I got one of my other favorites. That is the dipstick in the LC shad. Two of my favorites. And man, I'm struggling this morning to catch a fish. I'm being quiet. The lake is calm. The fish are just not in a feeding mode. Sometimes they just like that. It's just tough. And I think it's going to be tough on us today. And I've been swimming a little. See, I just got bit. They're just not committing to the bite, y'all. And that's a hang up. There we go. Got it back. Had a taker on the bottom grade jig, hair jig, nah, teeny tiny crappie. Teeny, not what we're looking for. Well, it's time to move. They are hitting the hair jig, but they're little. There's bigger crappie down there. I can see them with this live scope. But they're just being lethargic. And we're gonna keep moving around. And I may drop one more time in these fish, but we're gonna move around if we just catch a little one. Another small one. Found another little brush pile. Still being tough. Oh man, my line wrapped around the end of the rod. This is a nice fish. Oh boy, yeah, that's what we've been looking for right there. Come on up in here, Big Daddy. Ooh, doggy boy. Let me tell you guys, it has been tough today. But look at that fish right there. That's a pound fish right there. Boom. Good gracious alive. Boy, done pulled him out of the water. That is a pretty fish, y'all. New color added. That's called shiny. I'm gonna come back and tell you about it. Let me put him in live well. And I'm hooked on the backside. That's a good fish right there, y'all. Boom. Good fish. He liked it. So I always told Lake Country Baits, if I get something wrong on the YouTube channel, call it the wrong name. Just comment below and give you the right name. But this is the LC shad body, what I just caught that fish on. And let me get that up there close. It's called shiny. I think this is one Dennis was telling me about the other night. Lake Country Baits. Good color. Just caught a fish. Has been lethargic today, guys. Let's take a close look at this bait. Brand new, just put it on first drop. Just put it on first drop. So take a look at that. That has got bluish, grayish, whitish hue. Still looks like a natural forage. I've got it topped with an 1/8 ounce jig since I'm vertical jigging, 1/8 ounce weight. And you see it's got a blue back. It looks like it's got blue metal flake, black metal flake, and silver metal flake. So anytime you put that much metal flake in them, it's reflecting a lot of light. Now that fish was in 20 feet of water around some brush. Fishing the dual rig jig, and the yellowish greens that he has, that's, hold on, let me do it like this. You noticed it's got green back, it's got lots of metal flake in it to reflect light. And I'm just trying different things. Fishing has been tough today. That is the nicest fish I caught, just caught him. And I'm just switching colors of baits because, as we all know, lots of people fish these spots. So I just continue to change bait colors till I find something. Now you figure a lot of people fishing white and greens and blues. Now I noticed something. I came down the lake here at Kerr Lake, and I'm on down the lake towards Goat Island. And the water's got a really greenish hue to it down here. So that's one reason I picked that color Wiley. I'm assuming that color's called Wiley, maybe because it's a good bait on Lake Wiley. Not sure. Dennis will comment below and tell us. So, hey, let's turn around here and catch another fish. That was fun. Now this is a relatively small brush pile that I'm fishing. Normally I would throw a buoy marker out on the brush pile, but it is dead calm today, as you can see, and I can just sweep right by within about 10 feet of I can just come right by the brush pile and drop the lure in as I kind of go by. And this is another decent sized crappie. Look, boom, shiny. Hit that shiny, look, boom. They like that color now, I'm telling you. Y'all better call Dennis and get some of them ordered. You know, that's a 9-inch crappie, close. And so a lot of times what I like to do, since these fish, that brush is in 25 feet of water and them fish are down around 20 feet. And so, of course, since I'm talking to the camera, I float off of it and I have to go by, but I take the nose of the boat since there's no wind instead of being on the downwind side, and I just ease along. I start getting close there about 20 feet and the boat's just moving along this way. And since I have this 10-foot pole, I'll just flip out, say 10 or 15 feet, as I'm approaching, and let the boat go by it so I don't go right on top of it. And I just let the lure fall right down in top of the brush without trying to get hung. Keep it right above it. And if crappie are reactive, if they're biting, they will move right up out of that brush and eat it if they want to. Now I've seen a lot of fish move up today, strike at the lure, but not eat it. So we're gonna keep on fishing. And I'll tell you this, and some people believe it and some people don't. We did have that low pressure that went by us last night, big low pressure, and the barometric pressure bottomed out last night. I personally, only my opinion, y'all, don't get mad at me. I personally like to crappie fish and have caught more crappie on a stable, higher pressure. A lot of times when the pressure drops out like that, bass and stripers really go to feeding on those low pressures. And that scares the crappie because they're part of the food chain. And that's personally what I think. I don't know. You can comment below what you think. But low pressures, I catch a lot more bass doing what I'm doing. I see more bass and stripers swimming around. And anyway, I think it just kind of spooks the crappie. Let's turn around and catch another fish, y'all. Another decent size. I'm gonna tell you what I just saw. I had that crappie on. He's about 9 inches. Pulled him up out of there. There was a big freshwater drum about that big trying to eat that joker. Anyway, I just dropped it back, but anyway, he hit at him, he knocked him off. Wow. That just goes to show you these crappie are bait or food for other fish. I thought it was a striper at first, but it wasn't. It was a freshwater drum. Yep. All right, we got to retie. Be right back. that boy done come up with. Ooh. Alright, there he is. Boom. Old hair jig. It's a good crappie. That's the Sid's jig there. You see it sticking out of his mouth? That's a good heavy crappie right there. Boom. Tell you what I'm on. I found some deep water structure. No matter, I'm sitting in 45 feet of water. There's a tree sticking up off the bottom. These crappie around there, they still lethargic. I fished jigging spoons to them. Finally got that one hit the hair jig. And they're in 35 feet of water. It's a little deeper. I need to put more weight on to get it down faster. But I just wanted to check it. I just coming across the lake and found it. And I just wanted to check it and see if we could catch a fish. Rod all twisted up. I was putting new line on that reel, put a new reel on, and wife came out to the shop. I didn't pay attention to putting the line on while I was running my mouth. Put it on up backwards and it twisted really bad. So if you get to the lake and that happens sometimes, what I do is I'll just take the lures off, let the line out in the water, crank the boat motor up, start up the lake kind of slow. Let all the line out of it, hold it between my fingers, let it untwist, and do that about twice. You get all the line good and wet too. Sometimes that helps with the memory in it. So didn't want to be down one of my long rods. So hey, we're getting ready to move to another spot. Well, another little one. Man, you got to fish pretty hard for these fish. They lethargic. Little small crappie. Hit that blue moon. So hey guys, I'm gonna end this video. All in all, today has been a tough day. Crappie reacted some. They would hit at the lure, but would not eat the lure. Some days it's just like that. We did manage to catch 2 real good fish today. Probably pushing a pound. Probably a pound or a little better. I hadn't weighed them. I'll weigh them in a little while. But anyway, fish Lake Country Baits today. Check out lakecountrybaits.com. Type that in the search engine if you're looking for some good baits. Tried some new colors today. We changed a lot of colors today. I probably fished 10 different colors. Just trying to find something that the crappie would key in on. Hey, you got to do that. Anyway, remember, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click that like button and the notification bell so you don't miss an episode of Wildlife Adventures. And as always, you remember, it's a wildlife. I'll see you on the water.